My name is Becky Schneider. I graduated from James Madison with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Geographic Science this past May, so it's almost been a full year. And I currently work at Dewberry as a geographic systems analyst. So we do a lot of remote sensing, do a lot of work for USGS, kind of rebuilding their data sets. Done some Geiger work. We've done some work for the military, some work for NOAA. We're kind of all over the place, but mainly government contracting. And I actually went to Heritage High School in Loudoun County, graduated about 5 years ago, and I was in this program my senior year. So I met Michael when he started the program, obviously a couple years back, and was at one of the first schools that had it. And to come back and see that it's now at every high school in Loudoun County has been so exciting.
Once we started working in the class, I got really into it, and kind of brought me back to mapping, just maps. I grew up really liking maps, so it was cool to kind of incorporate that into school and be able to create my own maps. But I also just liked the way the class was structured. We were actually working on projects. We were kind of seeing what we were learning, and being able to use it was really interesting. And what I do now I work for Loudoun County Public Schools, doing GIS for them, making boundary maps, showing the different districts and stuff like that.
My name's Armando Drain. I grew up in Reston, went to South Lakes, and right now I work at Esri on the defense team supporting the Department of Defense and the federal community.
I've always known that I was going to do something like crime related, but so I found out that my focus is going to be more like Homeland Security, and then once I started doing GIS, I realized that I could use them together. So my real focus is like Homeland Security and like terrorism. So I use GIS to like map out like where terrorist attacks have happened in like a certain area or something, and then I did a project where like I mapped out like where they have occurred and where they might occur. It's like a whole new level to what I want to do. It just adds to like what I can do with it with using GIS.
We were getting to do these type of research projects that no other classes really had available at the time, to be able to study things we were interested in and see the applications of GIS on those levels, and seeing projects all the way from some people did things relating to national security with current events that were going on around the world, and then some people were doing things like mapping concert tour possibilities, so you could really take it any direction you wanted, which was great for kids to be able to see the possibilities and how broad they are. I originally just took the class because it sounded interesting. I didn't know if it was a career possibility. I didn't really think past that one class at the beginning, and then by the end, when I was able to present this research and talk to more of the faculty and talk to Michael and see all these things, I realized that it was something that I wanted to continue diving into, whether or not it ended up as a career. And then just the way that it ended up working, I declared geographic science as a major when I started at Madison, and I never changed because there were exactly what you said. There were so many different facets, and you could find the parts of geography that were really interesting to you, and being able to use GIS for any one of those parts made it so much more fascinating, so much more accessible to a lot of different people. So I had other career ideas in the back of my head in high school, and I realized as soon as I continued studying this that this was the most interesting by far.